Today we are going to learn how to make a basic lesson plan for all the subjects, and we are starting right now. What is going on, people? My name is Clement and welcome to another video. If this is your first time and you want to learn how to improve your communication, other how to stuffs, get motivated, inspiration and other teaching stuffs on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any single thing. Now without any delay, let's start. Now lesson plans can be of many types. Today we are going to learn the basic type of lesson plans which we can use for any subjects. Now lesson plans can be of advanced and basic, but we are going to learn how to make the basic thing and get the work done. So I am making the lesson plan on WordPad, Microsoft Word, and I have set the page like insert, margins narrow, A4, border, box, and that's it. Now before getting started, there are 4 things that should be there on the top. Usually you can keep 3 things or whatever you like, but there should be 4 things at least on the top. Now the lesson plan name. Now before we get started, let me show you on which topic I'm going to make the lesson plan. Now I'm going to make a lesson plan on latitude and longitudes. So the name of the lesson plan is very essential so that you can remember, as a teacher will never teach the whole chapter at a go. So we need to divide the topic. So name is obviously required how you are going to distribute the topic. So this is the first topic and this is the first lesson plan that I'm going to make. So latitude and longitude, let's make it latitudes and longitudes 1. You can keep it short and simple, there's no problem about it. The topic is latitude and longitude. I'm going to come to the topic again. Right, let's keep it as latitude and longitude. This is for grade or class 5th. And duration would be of 40 minutes. That's usually 35 to 40 minutes in a class. That's it. Now, I said I'm going to come to the topic later on. For the time being, it's latitude and longitude. Now let's come to the chapter and let's divide our chapter, how things are going to be. Now, so we have the chapter like this, where a picture is being shown and where to go and where to find the place. So here the children are getting a good idea of why we are going to use the latitude and longitude, what are they used for. Then parallels of latitude, this is one important topic. Today we are going to teach parallels of latitude, that means latitude, and we won't be going to the longitude. So over here, as I said, I'm going to come again. Topic latitude and longitude. Yes, obviously the name of the chapter is latitude and longitude. So today we are going to teach the latitudes of latitudes and longitudes chapter. Now let's start. Now I have divided, or basically what I do is that I divide my lesson plans into 6 things or 6 important points. You can divide as much as you want. You can divide it. It depends on you. It depends on your institution, how you want to plan, how your institution wants you to plan. Now, as this is a basic thing, so I have decided to make it very simple so that all the teachers or every instructor can follow this. And trust me, it is very easy. So the first thing, or the first point that is coming, is known as previous knowledge testing, or we can say it in the short form as PK testing. Now PK testing, let us understand what PK testing is all about. PK testing, or previous knowledge testing, is like making the students understand or revising what the students know or understanding, do they have any knowledge about the topic that is being taught. So we are going to just simply test the students with some simple questions, which is going to help the teachers to understand what the student know about the topic. Now, previous knowledge testing for latitude and longitude could be have you ever heard about the equator? Do you know what is the shape of the earth? These two questions are more than enough. The main purpose of previous knowledge testing is to make the students sit, assemble, and make their mind steady for the topic, or basically preparing for the topic. At the same time, the second point is to make them understand or to understand what they know about the topic. It would be easy for the teacher or the instructor to instruct and guide the students. The next point that is there is warm up. Now, in this warm up, what we have to do is that we have to relate the chapter in some sort of story form, some sort of example form, where a teacher would be able to grab the attention of the students and make them get started with the topic. So warm up can usually be a story, any story about a plane. Over here there is plane, so you can definitely talk about the flight, how the flight goes, or you can definitely give some live examples. And here you go. When the students starts hearing about the story, they tend to settle down and be more interested in what you're talking about. Stories are very fascinating for the students. Once they start hearing about some live experiences or stories that you have for them, they tend to stop all the things that they are doing and they try, or they tend to put some more effort in the studies. Next, moving on to the third point, the topic. Now, over here, the topic is, as you know, the topic is parallels of latitude. So you are going to teach them. It may be in a reading form. It may be you may show them some videos. You may try to share with them something. If you want, you can definitely go on with that. But preferably, for the first time, if you're doing, you can go for reading the chapter, because there are certain things that the students will learn from the book, and once they go home, many of them won't be able to use the TLM or the videos that you have used to teach them, so they are going to gradually read the book. So if they know the book very well, so they would be able to understand it properly. And the next day when they come, you can definitely go for some sessions, some video sessions, or another session of some activities. We are going to come later on. There's nothing to worry about. So let's take the page number, like page number 11 and page number 12. So topic would be, as it is from the book, page 11 to page 12, and you're going to put it in the bracket as reading and explanation. So you're going to read every line and you're going to explain what the things are all about. Correct? So it's going to start from here. Obviously it's going to start from here and it's going to come down. So you're going to cover up all these things, the topic, the topic of cancer, some features, and you're going to end over here. That means 181. As we have come to the part, this is going to take a lot of time. I'm even going to show you the fragmentation or the breakup of time, how much time you need to spend or you can spend in each of the topic or in each of the part, because this is very important. Because once you start teaching, for example this warm up, once you start telling your story, teachers, what happens, tend to extend or take a lot of time in giving live examples, because the students also, they try to input something that they know, and the teachers, they keep on saying. So what happens, they tend to take a lot of time. So when you are teaching specifically junior classes or even senior classes, you need to have the proper time division inside your head, so you can finish this very properly. Because the main intention is to finish this, and not only this but perfectly. So it requires a lot of practice. At the same time, it requires proper time calculation or time management. Moving on to the next, the fourth part is spelling and pronunciation. Now, spelling and pronunciation is from this page number 11 and 12. There would be many students. Suppose there are 20 students in your class. So as an average, there would be 10 students or 5 students who are very good in studies. 5 students are average, and more than 8 to 9 or 10 students would be below average. It can be there. So there would be many students who would find pronouncing many words difficult. So you being a teacher, you should know where to focus and where to emphasize, which are the spellings that they need to learn. For example, hemisphere is quite problematic for many students. They tend to say hemisphere, or northern, they say northern. There are many pronunciation problems that are there. It depends on the country, it depends on the region. And over here, topic of Capricorn, they tend to say Capricorn. So there are many things, so you need to focus. So spelling, hemisphere, northern, southern. You might find my pronunciation different because I'm from India. So please excuse me if something is different. Arctic, Antarctic, and you go. Spelling and pronunciation. You can mention over here 10 times. So it is understood that you will be practicing them 10 times each. So the moment you are practicing again and again, it goes deep inside the head of the student that this is the correct spelling, this is the correct pronunciation. And mind it, the moment you are teaching the chapter, if you correct the students, if you prepare the spelling, then and there, the student will definitely remember. So you will never have problem once you are doing the question answers or the back exercises and everything. Now, moving ahead, number 5th, revision. Revision is nothing but a few question answers which you need to ask regarding or related to the topic. You can form any question answers, or just take it from here. Let's see. What are imaginary lines? Next, what is the degree of the equator? Next, if you are going for the degree, then there would be many degrees if you are teaching latitude. What is the degree of Tropic of Cancer? Here it goes on. You can form many questions. You can definitely form some important questions from this important lines of latitude. You can also form questions from some features of latitudes. How many latitudes are there? Let's put it. It has to be 5 to 6 max. And just remember one thing, all this revision work has to be done in quite a funny manner. Now, this revision work or this revision is also known as hot questions. So these are like one line question, one line answer. The students, you are going to ask again and again to many students. They are going to give the answer. If they are wrong, you're going to correct them. Now, this is how the students will remember. Try it out. Trust me, it really works. And I have tried, I do it all the time in my classes, that I tend to ask a lot of hot questions. And what happens, it solves out many things, like understanding of the student, the basic concept clearance and everything. So hot questions are very important. I'm giving you one example. If you are teaching one chapter, anything, so for example, let's take it at latitude and longitude. If you're teaching the chapter, there are many things that you will go on, and the student, they're small, they're kids, so they will tend to forget. Now the moment you are asking the hot questions, short questions, hot questions, one line question, one line answer, they will tend to remember this. This is scientifically proven. So do try this out. This is excellent method of making students remember about the course or about the topic. Now the last thing, as we have reached number 5, the last thing is number 6, that is homework. Yes, homework. Now one thing is definitely sure, or it's scientific thing, whatever you have done in class, please do give it as homework. Do not give anything else which the student is unable to do. Yes, apart from some research work, apart from something to search on Google, apart from something to watch on YouTube, that is something else. But suppose if you're doing maths, and today if you have done plus sums, additional sums, do not give them multiplication. Do give them homeworks which you have done in class. Now, why it is so? It is so because what you have taught in class, the students going to again go home and going to revise. Now the moment they are revising it, what happens? It becomes more clear. Today, topic or target was page number 11 and 12. Absolutely right. So please do give homework according to page 11 and 12, so your target would be completed. Now, you can definitely give as read chapter page number 13. It can also be there, but nothing should be like do it, especially in case of maths, physics, chemistry, or anything writing, or suppose English language. If you have done essay today, do not give them letter writing as a homework. So these are the small things which we teachers need to keep in mind. So read page 11 and page 11 to 13. Let's extend it a bit and learn the spellings. All the things that you have completed in class, you are giving them as a homework. So this is the policy. Now the next day when you are going to start up, as you have already introduced the topic, so there is less requirement for you to give a warm-up story or something. You can start with the PK question. Now this is something I'm talking about the next day. So the next day when you're going to prepare your lesson plan, it should be latitude and longitude number 2, right? Now the next day you do not have to go for some warm-up stories, as I have said before. Just ask some question about the topic that you have taught yesterday. Please check out the students whether they are able to answer or not. If they are not being able to answer, that doesn't mean the students have not studied. It means that there is something or some problem that was there in the teaching. So we need to improve the teaching so that the students, if they also do not study at home, they would be able to remember it the next day. This is known as teaching, and everything depends on this and this and this, of course. So topic, warm up, the topic, how you teach the topic, and revision. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Correct. And the next day, along with the topic, you can also do some activity in the class. You can bring some torch and you can show them the shadows, you can show them some grid system and many things, as it depends on how you want to conduct the class. So I believe you have understood it. Let's take it a recap: previous knowledge testing or PK testing, warm-up topic, spelling and pronunciation, revision, homework. 6 important part for a basic lesson plan.
When I'm broken down and lying in bed, you lie beside me through it all. If I shut you out when you let me in, you wouldn't tell me I was.
And that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you want to see more, please do click and subscribe the channel, because I want to keep many more interesting topics like this. Till then, never stop learning.